Re:Zero Kata Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu Season 2 is licensed and produced by Crunchyroll, Studio, White Fox, Networks, TV Tokyo, TVO, TVA, and ATX. Based on the works by Tape Nagatsuki. Please support the official release. Hello dear YouTube, Jack here with another reaction series. We're doing Re:Zero Season 2. Oh my god, I'm not ready for this! It's been 4 years, how am I not ready? Oh, I've been so looking forward to this and dreading it at the same time. Because, I want to see more. I so desperately been waiting for this continuation, but there's also, it's gonna be suffering and despair and agony and all the not good stuff. So welcome back, everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? For those who've been sticking around, or those who've just gone and watched Season 1 reaction or whatever. I hope you got nice whiplash because my hair is gone now. Because it's been 4 years. Yes. Well then. I just realized I probably should have rewatched Season 1 in preparation for this. I feel like I have everything relatively fresh in my mind. I've seen it in between once since Season 1 aired, but yeah, it's been a while, in all fairness. In any case, I've seen the trailer, and that's close to everything I know about Season 2. That little PV with the other witch, I forgot what her name was, but not the jealous witch, but another witch. Which is odd, because I thought they were all dead. Wasn't there some myth about how the jealous witch ate them or something? I believe there was, but again, I should have rewatched it because I'm not 100% sure. In any case, there were 4 other trailers, like a Rem trailer, a Rum trailer, a Melia trailer, a Subaru trailer. I didn't watch any of them. Not because I don't care, but well, yeah, I don't care, really. I knew the episode was gonna come out in, 3 days, so I don't really need a trailer a day to keep me hyped. I can do that on my own, thank you. And the other thing I do know a little bit, this volume is gonna animate, cover the 4th arc, is what it's called. It probably has a proper name, but that's something I read on Reddit. Season 1 apparently covered 3 arcs, which I guess makes sense now that I think about it. You had the beginning arc with getting gutted the entire time. Then you had the in-between arc with the Mobbies and getting killed by Rem and the curse and all that. And then you had the much more elaborate ending arc with the royal candidates and the whale and, well, Belgies, of course, because he's the best. And yeah, this is only going to be one arc, one huge arc. So apparently, that I've been warned for, quote-unquote warned, in terms of expectations, it might feel slower paced or something along those lines, because, it's just one huge arc instead of 3 arcs, so we're not gonna have as many, clean cutoff points in this. The last thing I do know, after the end of Season 1, I took a glance at the web novels translations, because I was just kind of curious of the aftermath, but we weren't done. Things jumped right back into the action that I just kind of quit there because I didn't want to spoil myself. So I know a tiny little bit of what's gonna happen, those 2 characters that show up in the trailer. I know who they are, well, not specifically because it's been 4 years and I've forgotten it, but I know, a little bit, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how the fight with Rem ends, I don't know any of that. I was just trying to get a little bit of the aftermath, a little what's gonna come up next, and this thing just doesn't take a break. So, yes, I'm terrified and excited. I guess that's what adrenaline junkies feel like when they're standing at the edge of a cliff before they jump off. Okay. I am ready. No, I'm not, but let's get into this anyway. And 3, 2, 1. Go. Also, I hope the video works. That would be embarrassing if I had to start this over. Because episode 1s are always kind of a gamble with where I get the videos from. But yeah, there's the tree, there's Otto. Hi, Otto. So we're like, literally, just continuing exactly where we left off. Yes, how dare her. On that note, she needs a bit more screen time. Emilia, that is. Dude, if Rem lost, you don't stand a chance. Let's just be real. Adorable pouting. Oh, you are. Well, let's enjoy the peace and quiet while we still have it. Things calming down. Well, thanks for the flashback. Did they change his voice actor? I'm not sure, it could be, but like, I mean, he was such a minor role in the season 1 anyway, so it's kind of like, but I feel like maybe not. Okay then. Various declarations of love. Yo, why am I so tense? Like, I can't enjoy this at all right now because I'm just waiting for shit to go south. Big times. I just want nice things. Well, you said it. Good job. But ain't that a face? Yes. See? See, I said things are going to go south, and here they fucking are! Oh god, they're doing this again. I hate it. I hate it. It's not as bad as season 1, but... Ah! I was so afraid she was gonna say that too. I just was hoping it wouldn't be, but oh well. No, they can. They lost many times, actually. Oh, that's nice. So why can't we have nice things then? Like, look at this awesome swelling music and everything. Or I listen to it, I don't know if you can look at it. Some people can. Can, like, see sound, that's a thing. And again, we cannot have nice things. It's like, we're 6 minutes into this shit. And this is the part that I knew about. Like this little surprise attack here. Not the bit about, like... Do you think you could just run him over? Like... Well, sucks to be them. But if he just blew up, do you really think he would just get them just run over? I dig his voice, by the way. Yeah, again, I don't think it's just gonna, like, work that easily. Happily talking. Well, there goes a hand. Okay. That happened. And there's the other one. I will say that's not a voice I was expecting. Great. Yeah, those are just not names I will be able to remember. Yeah. Not a moment of rest. Well, you've had at least 2 accounts of defending yourself, but you still did, like, attack at first, I think. So no, I'm not saying he's a nice guy or anything like that. You're kinda hyping him up a bit too much, aren't you, though? Like, damn, she's infatuated with him. Don't get me wrong, I know that much. But also, like, the whole heroing him up big time. This guy though. That was new. Yeah, again, why could we open with new or happy things? We've got like 2 minutes of happy things, that's enough, isn't it? Oh boy. So I will say the outcome of the battle itself isn't surprising. Wait, she died? Did she just straight up die? Good God. Yeah, gluttony. Just like the whale. Not? That'd be a bit too easy. Like, give this poor guy a break! Remember all the shit he just went through for like so long? And he just like pulled out a victory, except it wasn't a victory because now he's back to defeat. Oh, hey, there she is, actually. What do you know? I mean, it doesn't mean she's alive, but... Yeah, like, I mean, if he's a heel, he probably has to deal with people, like, not taking things well every now and then. Yep, there you go again. I get the feeling you would not get your usual save point. Yeah, but even if you, like... You'd be fairly far away from them by that point. Because... This is kind of an either-or situation. Nope! But good job on dying while being surrounded by medics. Yep, no save point for you. Oh, shucks. I mean, this is awful, but I'm so freaking intrigued right now by this. Ah. Or, you know, killing you in your sleep. Well, that's new. Oh no, never mind, it's just you. It's just you. Literally. So you remember her then? Yeah, that bit. That would be really interesting to learn a bit about. Thank you very much. Right, those authorities. Like the unseen hand. Makes sense. So how come you remember? I mean, I know why he remembers, but Puck doesn't know. Oh wait, she isn't dead then. I mean, that's good. Because I am so thrown for a loop on everything that I don't even process anymore. Like, it's all too much. Yeah, she doesn't remember either. That's so awkward to him, isn't it? So does she have her hand now or not? Like, could they heal it or not? Because again, there's a lot going on here, so I'm sorry if I'm missing out on nuances. Yeah, the Meek side really is a new one. But what's with Crush then? Like, Emilia doesn't remember Rem, but like Phyllis remembers Crush, so eh? No, she definitely has her hand though. Oh, okay, the name. That's the bit, isn't it? Sleeping Beauty. Who came up with that name? The poor her. Like she's in a seriously tough spot and everything too. Well, yeah, that's kind of like by design, I guess, that there's more. Yeah, but doesn't mean it's your fault. Oh, he still got that, eh? Oh yeah, they are kind of in different camps, like basically, with the whole royal candidates and all that. So like more temporarily allies than really friends or anything. Like especially with Emilia. I mean, it's kind of a peculiar situation. I mean, he has got a point and all that. But, you know, you're kind of in a really weak position too. With your whole, like... Yeah, but... And it's great that he's basically just looking out for her, but, you know, that kind of makes him sort of an enemy to our side. I mean, I guess it speaks for loyalty too when you think about it. Well, I feel like that's an aspect of her that's not linked to memories, you know? So, you know, shut it, Phyllis. That's nice. I mean, it's actually kind of really tragic, but nice. Yeah, been a hot minute since we've seen a lot of them. We should keep going back to the knife a lot. Oh, no town this time? No, this is also awkward. Like, you know, all of the character relationships are kind of fucked. Like this. Yeah, that happened before. Yeah. I'm so glad she's getting more screen time though. I love it. Well, that's some damn solid advice for somebody who doesn't know what's going on. I think the fact that there's no music, by the way. Oh, that's so nice. Help the poor guy out a bit. Yeah, please, what is it? Aww. Like, again, this is all really tragic, but so awesome character-wise. There's the music. And the trailer shot. That's a nice shot, though, so... yeah. Just more of those stupid arc priests to hunt down. Oh. Like... just mirror what you said perfectly, too. Each one's promise. Of course, no opening or ending, because it wouldn't be a ReZero unless we skipped those every other episode. Oh, I just remembered that fact. Like, just how freaking packed the first season was, that they didn't even have time for the opening or the ending most of the time. Oh boy, yeah. Again, in terms of what I knew was going to happen, pretty much only the fact that the convoy with Rem on it was going to get attacked. And, like, I stopped halfway through the fight, or, like, barely into it. I didn't remember that Krush got her hand blown off, although, like, I guess it didn't really matter in the long run anyway. So there's all that, and yeah, shit happens. So, two Arc Priests came out of the woodworks for them, having a bit of fun. Well, Gluttony is the important one, with his authority to eat names and memories. Like, the name bit is important, right? He ate Rem's name, and thus nobody can even remember who she is. And meanwhile, Krush, he ate her memories, thus Krush herself can't remember who she is, but others still know her. And that's why, like, Rem and some others apparently are, like, basically stuck in this, like, Sleeping Beauty thing. Now, if I were to complain on one note here, just one tiny thing, it would be the suicide. It's a tough one, but, like, something that I really loved about Season 1 is we never made light of death. This is something you so frequently see with time travel, like these sort of time loop stories or immortal characters, where they just basically shrug off death, or like with the time loop ones, we like kind of sort of get to this, like, where they are numb to whatever happening around them, sort of thingy, and then like just yeah, okay, this loop's fucked, let's just start over. And something like that. But for ReZero, you don't really have that. Like, every loop counts. Everything's important. We never just make a time skip and say it's like 10 years later. We've been stuck in this loop for 10 years, and now Sufferu is a jaded version of himself, and stuff like that, so we don't do that. We're with him every loop, and every death counts. Like, at this point, he knows that dying would just reset him, which has been an initial fear. Like, what if this time I don't die? I don't just go back in time. What if this time I die for good? Which is a reasonable fear to have for us as the audience watching. We kind of subconsciously know it's not gonna be the case because, well, the story would be over if he just up and died. But if you were in this position as this character who has just died multiple times very violently and painfully, then, like, A, you don't want to do that, absolutely not, and B, who is to say that you're gonna return this time? Like, would you feel comfortable stabbing yourself in the throat if I told you you're gonna be fine? Even if you had previously experienced that you were fine afterwards, would you do it again? And so, like, I think Sufferu only actively killed himself once. Back in episode 7, was it, I think? When he jumped off the cliff after he survived the actual threat after his life, which is also such an important episode. I'm gonna tangent here real quick. I love the fact that there is no freaking destiny involved. Because you have that again so often with these time loop stories, like, oh no, destiny, like, this person's gonna die, but let's save them and move them elsewhere. But then they mysteriously die by other circumstances because it's fate, it's destiny. They have to die at 11:35 sharp, somehow, I don't know. But you have this in a lot of stories where they basically just die inadvertently, and no matter what you do, you can't prevent it. But with Super, you never had that. Well, it felt like it. But then he just hid away in the library for 4 days and he was fine. So, at that point, we kind of established that running away was an option. And you don't have that with most of these time loop stories. It's just that Rem died in his stead, basically, because she got the curse. And he then jumped off the cliff to reset and save her. And I think that was the only time he actively killed himself to reset. So, again, I don't know if we just rushed through it because anime had to get it like in one episode sort of thing. But the fact that he did it so, I don't want to say nonchalantly, like he was clearly very shook about everything around him, and like he saw it as his only way to save her. Even, like, he even said it like he had to face Betelgeuse again. So, like, even then, like, even after he just wrestled out his happy end after so many deaths, he would do it again to save her. So it's not like I'm saying that him killing himself was just a casual afterthought thing. And in the same way, it's like, what else would he do? Like, the option is clearly there to think about, right? If you're in this situation, you ask yourself, hey, what am I gonna do? Like, I could totally return by death and try to save her, but let's not even mention that option or consider it or do it for that matter. So I'm happy we had that. Like, I'm happy we addressed it very much and he even carried it out, but it just feels a little bit too fast for me. Like, it left a bad taste in my mouth is what I'm saying. I know I'm needlessly hampering on about it, like I'm so on the fence, but it's so fast too. I want to believe that this kind of scene would have felt better if it had a slower pacing, but then again, this scene was not meant to be episode 1 of an anime, so probably that. What else? Yeah, Rem's fight, you knew she was going to lose. Because we've seen how much Betelgeuse alone wrecked shop, and now you're facing 2 Archbishop and you think she's gonna get out of that? No, not a chance. So, like, you know, put up a valiant fight if you want, but not a chance. I forgot what the other one was. Was it Greed? Like, yeah, I will have to look up their names for a name list later and their respective sins. I also forgot, like, what the sin of the witch was we saw in the trailer. Was it Greed too? I feel like it was either Greed or Wrath, I'm not sure anymore. In any case, yeah, she's gonna come up at some point in some way, so that's gonna be fun, probably. Lots of fun. But yeah, I guess basically the end goal for now is, like, the next goal we've set for ourselves is to kill Gluttony, the Archbishop, to hopefully restore Rem, as well as the memories of everyone. And I've been talking for 41 minutes, holy shit. Yeah, we're back with this again. Freaking ReZero, it's just so surreal. It does not at all feel like it's been 4 years. But I get, in that sense, reaction videos, like my own videos, are a nice time capsule. Because ReZero was one of the first ever shows I did a reaction to, so if anybody is seeing this and later then like thinks, hey, I want to check out his season 1 reaction, first of all, thanks. Second, be prepared for the first few episodes, because yeah, ReZero was one of the first shows I ever did, so it kind of shows a nice transition over the 25 episodes, like in terms of just how my video making progressed over the half-year period there. In any case, I'll have to be all for now, so looking forward to the rest of this season, as painful as it's gonna be, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye.